Hello there and welcome back to Colony Survival. We are picking up almost where we left off. Another night has passed because I wanted to replace the dirt that was left from digging this out with grass, and that needed to replace the berry bushes. I had completely forgotten about that, and it would have bugged me for ages, so I wanted to do that, and I didn't think anybody would want to watch me dig up dirt and replace it with grass. So we are now picking up where we left off, with Frodo and Sam actually doing their job and picking some berries and looking extremely happy about it. And yes, they managed to survive 2 nights together in their lovely house with no door, no window, and no furniture. That is something that I am hoping the devs will put in doors, some glass that you can decorate the little houses with, and so on and so forth, to make it seem a little bit more realistic, a little more interesting, and a little more customizable. So we shall see. They are updating quite a lot. The next update I believe that they're focusing on is going to be stairs, or at least that is a high priority for them. So that will be nice, because jumping up and down on things is going to get tiring, especially when you're living on top of a mountain. So yes, we are now back, and I believe we were going to create a mine because we are running low, especially now we've had another night of attacking zombies. We are running low on stone, and we will need more of this copper to build more pickaxes, bronze axes, nails, and other things such as copper parts and copper tools. So we are going to need to have a miner. But we're also going to need to have a guard because, sorry about that, that was my chair. Because we are going to be having to defend all on our own, because these very fine people who are our lovely, lovely berry farmers aren't going to defend themselves. Nope, they just go about their business as if there are no zombies, whether they're being attacked and whether they're going to die. So we're going to need to have somebody else come along and protect them as well. So we're also probably going to need to have a wall or some kind of guard post. So we shall start to do that today as well. Back in the old days of this game, when the sun came up, the zombies used to die. However, that is no longer a thing, so we're going to need to make sure that we have someone to watch out for them. And if we decide... Oops, I've switched to my banner tool there. I'll show you something about that in a moment. If we have the zombies spawning in the day, we're going to need night guards and day guards. So let's think about that. Let me know if you want that to be a thing or not, and we shall do it. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is when you click onto the banner tool, you see how everything goes green? Well, that is because that is my area for my kingdom. It is what is known as the safe area. No zombies will spawn within that green area. But if we move further away, we can see that this green area ends right there. And anything beyond that is where the zombies will spawn. Now, this goes around in a great big square, and it can be increased by research. As you can see, it ends just behind this house. So zombies will spawn anywhere outside that and come in. So if you're going to be creating places for people to live and places for people to work, you want to make sure that you don't go too far outside of this, or at least that your people can get back into this well before the zombies actually spawn. Similarly with guards, you want to make sure that you have guards around the areas where the zombies are going to be spawning. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our mine on this side of the mountain, and I think we're probably going to put it right on the edge of this area. So before we do that, we're going to need to remove the trees so we can actually... Oh, and here we go again, jumping. So we can actually have some space to build the mine. And you can build a mine however you wish. You can have it as a staircase going down. You can have it as a giant square. You can have it as a spiral staircase. You can even have like a giant quarry where the entire area is broken down. But you're going to need to have a mine because you're going to need to use all of the materials. And we're also going to need to get a science researcher because, well, I'll show you why. You need to place down, before we can go much further, this, which is our science lab. And we need to have somebody who researches and discovers the different technologies here. So we can learn how to make bread, we can learn how to plant flax, we can make a bronze anvil, and so on and so forth, such as making crossbows, increasing how we regenerate our health, the size of our kingdom, and so on and so forth. So we want to get that going as soon as possible. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we have a little bit of defense. We want to make sure that we are eating far more than is coming in, that we're using each day. And we want to make sure that we have somebody mining the materials that we're going to need. Now, the sun seems to be going down, so we are going to have to wait until the morning to get our mine going, which isn't too bad because we need to clear some of these trees out of the way. Because we don't want them in the way, we want to be able to see where we're going, and we want to be able to make sure that our guard has clear sight of the enemies. So I'm not entirely too sure I'm going to build a wall just yet, or at least that it's going to be an impressive wall just yet, because I want to focus on getting the... This happens sometimes where the leaves don't vanish. Where we focus on getting the mine going, and just a small area, a small farm, and a sustainable farm. This isn't much of a kingdom. I know we've called it Camelot, but with small beginnings becomes great things. So we don't have much of a kingdom yet, but we're in no rush to build a huge place, and we want to experience the game. We don't want to rush through the game. We want to enjoy it. So we are going to take our time and build it as if we are a real kingdom. So everybody needs a little house. Everybody needs to be taken care of, and we can't have everything all at once. But I do really want to get the... oh, here comes the zombies. But I do really want to get the research going and the mine going, so then we can start on bigger and better things. Because if you remember, in the last episode, I said the only thing that we can have at the moment are berries for growing food. And I want to get things like wheat, because with wheat you get access to straw, and you need straw not only if I want to build more thatch roofs, but to make beds. And the berries, they only produce a tiny amount of food, 0.6, as you can see, but they're not poisonous, which is good. But we want to be able to make bread, which is a value of 3. So we won't be able to feed very many of our colonists with berries. Or at least we will need a lot of berries to feed our colonists. So to make sure that we keep our food going, excuse me, go away. To make sure that we make our food last, we need to have wheat. And to make sure that we can keep getting colonists, we need to have wheat as well. So, as you can see at the moment, the zombies are not really that much of a threat, and it seems quite easy. Don't let that illusion... Sorry. Don't let that illusion... There was me thinking, oh, I could actually build just a nice little tiny wall around this place. Maybe include the mine in it. But yes, don't let the illusion fool you. It is only easy at this moment in time simply because I've only got 2 settlers. When more settlers appear, when you get greater guards, I think it's when you have greater guards, or it might just be when you get more settlers, you end up with hundreds of zombies, and I do mean hundreds, and you can use 300 to 400 ammo per night trying to ward them off, and you can have stronger zombies which don't die very fast, where these stones won't hurt them very much at all, and you won't survive. You will not survive. In the introductory kingdom that I showed you in my video, I lost almost every single settler in one attack because there were so many zombies and they couldn't be warded off by me or my guards. They killed all of my guards as well. So, and I had a great big wall at the time. So expect this to get a lot harder, especially seeing as at this moment I have no wall. So yes, it may seem a little easy at this moment in time, but don't worry, it will get far more exciting. And I've just realised that that is slightly off centre. That's going to bother me. Right, anyway, back to the mission at hand. So we don't need these in our hotbar at the moment. Let's throw them away. We do need some of these, but I think we could only probably survive one more night, so we really better get on with this. Okay, so we want to build our mine not too far away. I'm thinking about here. Yeah, probably about here. So we're going to remove these, I think. And we're not going to have too big an entrance to our mine. We're going to have just a 4x4, I think. So we can go down, because generally speaking, the miners aren't going to need a lot of space to walk down, at least. They will need to have a lot of space to mine in, at least if you want to make sure that you can get some decent ores and have access to several different kinds of ores, which, as I said, you will need later on in the game. Don't know if you heard that noise. I think that was one of the cats outside playing, probably wishing that I'd shut up because it's the middle of the night and they want their peace. Yes, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning here, so everybody else is in bed, and I thought I would do a little more on our kingdom. So, here we go. I think that should be wide enough now, and I'm going to want to make this a little nicer as well. So if I just plan where we're going to have it, so if I say a 4x4 here. Okay, so that will do. Now let's replace the grass here. Okay. Because we want to make sure that everything looks nice. You don't want to have a kingdom that looks a mess. Or at least I don't want to have a kingdom that looks a mess. After all, I've got other royal courtiers and other royalty to impress with my kingdom. I would imagine I came from somewhere where either I was royally born or where I am striving to be royally born, and I must interact with other royalty later on when the kingdom gets going. That I have actually asked the devs to put into the game, some kind of interaction with other kingdoms, whether that be a deepening of what the game has got with trade, because you can smith gold and gold coins and use those gold coins to buy things from other kingdoms, but you never really get to interact with the other kingdoms, or you never get aid from other kingdoms when you're being attacked by zombies. So it would be nice. You can play this game in multiplayer. I haven't done so yet, and I suspect playing this in multiplayer would be a hell of a lot of fun, because you can have, I believe, several different kingdoms, and whether or not you can fight each other or you help each other out, I do not know. But I do suspect that that would be quite fun, and I think that would be something I would like to do at a later date. But there isn't much regarding other kingdoms that are AI controlled at this moment in time, and that I think would be a rather nice thing to see. So, okay, I think I'm going to put the entrance on this side, maybe that side. Okay, so if I build a staircase going down into my base, my mine. This is stone, and when you dig it up, as you can see in the hotbar, it becomes stone bricks. You don't have to craft them into stone bricks, it just automatically is stone bricks. Whether that is going to be something that the devs continue to leave in, or whether you're going to have to craft them into stone bricks from just regular stone, I don't know. But it would be interesting to see, because at the moment you can just build stone bricks straight away. But we're going to need this anyway to build more bullets, and I kind of feel a little bit better now knowing that I have some extra stone to build bullets, because it's going to get dark soon and I'm going to need to come back up there and look after my people. And I'm not entirely too sure whether you want to see everything, or whether or not you would like me to cut out things where I'm, say, digging like this, or you only want to see the dramatic events that are going on. But do let me know, and I will do that. So right now we're just going to dig until we get down to some ores. I am going to need to assign a miner to dig up stone for me, because I don't want to run out of stone, and I am going to need stone for building walls and various other things. And I think I need to head up now, because it looks like it's getting dark. And I haven't found any ores yet. I'll show you what the ores look like. So this staircase again is a bit rough and you have to jump up it, but the devs have said that they are working on implementing stairs within the game. Yes, it's getting dark, so the zombies will appear soon. Are you doing any work? That's it. Get on with it. Go on. Yes, you pick that berry. Pick that berry like you mean it. Go on. And you. Thank you. Yeah, the devs are going to make stairs, and that will make mining far more easier and a lot less attractive to watch as well as play, because jumping up and down blocks can get slightly frustrating, especially seeing as you will see when the miners appear, the AI controlled characters don't jump up and down these blocks like we have to. They just walk, which is slightly, it's nice, it's good for them, but it's slightly irritating for me, because then I can't actually, I have to do this, and it's kind of annoying. So another night is passing, and we're going to get our miner going in the next episode. Sorry for that. It's me trying to think whether or not this is going to be too long as an episode. But we're going to get the mine going, and we're going to get a guard to defend our place. Maybe 2 guards, one on either side. Maybe a diagonal. We shall see. because I don't want to have to keep coming up and down and stopping in the middle of the night to look after my people, or at least as the only defense of my people, because zombies will not only attack my banner, they will actually try and attack the people if they're closer. Hey, no, you're not a berry farmer, and you cannot do that. No, you're not picking it. If you pick berries, you could stay, but you're not going to pick berries. See, now you go to sleep. Thank you very much. And where are your friends? Oh, there's another one. No, we don't need your people. Thank you very much. I have nothing against zombies if you want to work, but we don't allow people who attack others. No, look at that. It's kind of sad. It looks like he's hugging the grass. Okay, I have nothing against zombies. At least if you wish to take part civilly in our kingdom. But you just want to eat everybody and bash everything. And that is not good. So, yes. Now, currently there are no flying enemies or enemies that shoot at you, and I hope that that changes as well, because once you start to get walls, it would be nice to have zombies who not only can shoot over the walls at you or shoot at your guards, so you have to be a little bit more attentive. Oh, sounds like somebody's attacking my... Get away from there. That's very rude of you. No, stop it. How uncivilized. Where was it? What was I saying? Ah, yes. It would be nice so you could have to think more tactically about what your guards are doing rather than just how am I going to defend against a huge wave of enemies. But it would also be nice if you could have very strong zombies. There's a third level, shall we say, zombie that appears later where they're very, very tough to kill and very, very strong. But it would be nice if zombies like that could perhaps gang up together to destroy walls that you make, so they could possibly breach your defenses, and whether or not you may have a flying enemy to swoop down over the walls, so you can't be too comfortable if you've just got walls, and you need to also be able to attack. And I am not entirely too sure that if there is melee combat yet. I know you can make a sword. Excuse me. You see, this is why I don't let you join my kingdom. That's just so unthoughtful. You can make a sword, but I'm not entirely too sure whether melee combat is a part of... No, you're not going to steal the berries. No. Go away. It's like party crashers. No matter what you do, there's always people who turn up to your party. It's like, oh, you have berries. I want to eat your berries. You have a nice house. Why am I not allowed in your house? Well, it's because you do things like smash it up. Yeah, so I don't know whether melee is a part of the game yet. I haven't used melee, but it would be nice if you could use melee, and if you could have guards that are melee, because at this moment in time, if I'm not going to be attacked, at this moment in time, you can have a guard, but you can only have bows, guns, crossbows, and slings, which is what I'm using at this moment in time. So it'd be nice if you could have a variation, maybe catapults as well, and so on. So, okay, so it looks like we're okay. Don't be fooled by the fact that it's daytime. Zombies who have spawned far away, as I said, no longer die in the sun, so they may turn up halfway through and start attacking your people, and your people, being the intelligent and rather initiative taking colonists that they are, will not defend themselves. They want you to do everything. I mean, they just pick berries and go to bed. I've had to plant everything, build them a house, build them mines, and defend them. I'm supposed to be the king. I'm supposed to take a break from all of this kind of thing. So, okay, so let's dig a bit more. So yeah, I mean, like I said in the last episode, the devs are updating this game a lot, and they're very much engaged with the community. So they really want to know what players enjoy and what they want, and they prioritize their updates based on player feedback. So I'm hoping that these kinds of things will be implemented a lot later as time goes on. So, right. Now what we want, I'm not entirely too sure whether if I have somebody dig this stone, whether or not... Oh, there we go, there's our ores. Whether or not the stone will disappear. I know if you dig far enough down you get to a layer of stone that you can no longer dig away. And that I'm guessing is the bedrock. So now what we want to do, I think, is slightly expand this. Okay, let's have it 3 high, maybe 4 high here. We don't want to bang our heads after all. So I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Ah yes, the bedrock. You get to a level where you can no longer dig, and I know there you can place a miner to mine stone and it never vanishes. And when I dig, I know that the stone, obviously you can see it, does vanish. So I'm not entirely too sure whether if I put a miner on stone like this, whether it will vanish. When you put them on the ores, as you will see, it never vanishes. They will constantly be digging, and it will never go away. They will never get through it. So you only ever really need a limited amount of ores at this moment. Whether or not that is going to change, I don't really want to dig that wall out because I don't want to really fall through it. I might just leave it like that, I think. Yeah, whether they're going to change it so they dig and eventually these ores will disappear, I don't know. So we shall see. I will dig this away though. And at least we can get under there. Okay, so we can dig ores as well, but when we dig, they disappear, as you can see. So we are going to need to have miners do this for us, otherwise we're going to run out of ores very, very, very quickly. So as you can see, those ores are tin and copper. So we're going to need to have a miner on copper and a miner on tin. But at this moment in time, I don't really need tin. So we're going to have just one miner on copper. So we go to our kingdom tool, our command tool, and we're going to have a miner. And we get to choose which way they face when they're mining. And I think we're going to put it on this one. You right click and there we go. So we now need to get a miner. We don't have anybody to take the job, as you can see in the bottom, well, as you could see in the bottom left hand corner there. But there, we will need to go and recruit someone. But before we do that, we need to make a crate. And we also need to make, I do believe, a bed, but I don't think we have enough nails. Yes, we don't have enough nails, so we need to make some extra nails. So let's just make 6 nails and make an extra bed, because we're going to need a bed for the miner. And what I'm thinking of doing, I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. We need a crate, and the reason we need a crate is because the miner will need to put their materials in something. I don't think I'll put it there, it's kind of in the way. So we'll put it here for now. The miner will have to go all the way up there to put their ore into the crates. So because they will go up to the berry crates. So we will need to make sure that they have a crate of their own. So we're going to need to have a bed for the miner, and I'm actually thinking of having the beds for the miners down here. It'll make it slightly more efficient, and I'm hoping it will defend against the zombies. But the zombies may come down on the night time, so for now we will put the bed up here, I think, just until we get sorted. So let's just put the beds up here. Where shall we build a house? Maybe not far from here. Oh, well, for now we'll just put the miner in here, and then once we have the guard post set up, I will build them a little house, and we will put them just here. We'll get the miner going. Once I have the guards set up, I will focus on... oops, I need to get onto my banner tool. And we recruit another colonist, and that colonist will become our miner, I believe. Yep, there you go. Oh, you're a brown shirt, so you should survive a lot longer than Frodo and Sam. And you are going to be called Gimli. So, because obviously digging, dwarves love to dig, so here he goes, off down to mine. So we're going to need to have our guards set up. But before we do that, we need to have another stone miner, I think. Oh, there he goes, digging, as you can see. And I don't really want to create the beds down there until we have our guards set up, so I can at least concentrate on other things. So we're now running out of sling, and we're going to need slingshot bullets for our guards as well, and we're also going to need another sling. Oh, it's becoming night again already. So quick. You didn't even do anything. You dug up one piece of ore. And now you're going to bed. You're almost as bad as Frodo and Sam in there. Am I the only one who does anything? I haven't slept in like 6 days, or however long it is that I've been building this for you. 4 or 5 days. I haven't slept at all. Sam, what are you doing in Gimli's bed? I tell you, these people. I probably should have moved that bed. I don't know now whether or not Gimli's going to stay up there or not. Well, we'll see. I may need to build another house up here. I don't think I'll be able to build the beds down there. Otherwise, I may end up with farmers staying down in the mine and miners staying up here in the farmhouse, which is going to be a bit awkward when it comes to... Oh, hello. Yes? No, you're not even talking to me. You're just here to cause havoc again, and I'm not having any of it. Thank you very much. So, you know, that would cause a problem with the miners getting to work and the farmers getting to work, so I may just have to build another house up here. But before we do that, I want to get my guards set up, and I want to get the laboratory set up, because without the laboratory we are not going to be able to build more slings. Excuse me, no, you are not going to pole dance on my banner, thank you very much. I know that you want to. Oh look, hello. No, you're not the Bee Gees, and you're not going to be singing Staying Alive. You're zombies, you're dead. Thank you very much. I know there were 3 of you, but still. Okay, so yeah, I won't be able to build more slings, and without more slings I can't have more guards. Whew, so it's tough being king. You have to keep an eye on every single thing that's happening. No, I've told your friend no pole dancing. You're going to give the farmer and the farmers and the miner some ideas, and they're never going to get anything done if that's the case. So yeah. Do tell me if I keep saying the word "so" a lot, as I've explained before. That I am new to creating content for YouTube, so this is all new to me, and I'm not entirely... I'm not an expert. I am very, very much a noob at this. But it's a lot of fun, and I wanted to do this for me. No, I told your friends about pole dancing. Look, you're not even pole dancing. You're so terrible. You need to have lessons before you can come here and try and pole dance in my kingdom. It's just a lot of fun. This is me enjoying myself. So I wanted to create content just because I enjoy it. So do tell me if I need to improve things, and I will certainly do so. Oh, that wasn't very good. Nope. As you can see, I really am not a very good gamer when it comes to the mechanics. I am terrible at things like FPS games and shoot 'em ups and fighting games and so on. I tend to enjoy games where I can either create a story or relax. I am creating some Let's Plays with other games. I'm just looking into various softwares that I can use for editing and so on. And a new microphone, because this microphone isn't very good. And when I do that, I am going to be creating a Let's Play. I will tell you more about that as it comes, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a really good idea for it, and it's going to be very story focused. Okay, let's just do one circuit to make sure that I have no zombies around that are lingering. I don't think I do. So this episode will be slightly longer than the last episode. I would like to keep them around about a half an hour. Just, see, here's another zombie. And they just walk past. No, look, they're trying to get on with their work. They are not supposed to be watching dead people pole dance. Okay? Yeah, I've completely forgotten again what I was saying. So, right, where are we? We need another bed so we can have our miner, but we need a guard. But I think we're going to need to do our science lab first, simply because we're running out of straw, and we can't get any more straw without growing wheat, and we can't grow wheat until we can get a wheat farmer. And we can't get a wheat farmer until, I believe, until we get, yep, requires bread production to be unlocked. So we need straw for beds, and so we can't get any more colonists until we get more wheat farmers. So we're going to need to take a step back and build a... Can I build another bed? Oh, I can build 3 more beds. Oh, well, that's okay then. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Yeah, we're going to need to create a wheat farmer so we can get more straw. So I think that might be enough. No, I think we need 1 more. We want to be able to have a guard or 2, preferably 2. So I've got 4 beds. I need a stone, but I don't really need stone just yet. So I'm thinking 2 guards, a science lab, and a wheat farmer. But we're going to need to create... I don't really want to have everybody sleeping in the same house. I will for now, just so I can get things set up. But I'm going to move these beds. I only want 2 people in a house at most, unless it's a family. But you don't get little tiny farmers, so I can't really do that. So right now I want to build a... I want to build the science lab, I think, and I want to build some guards. But I will build the science lab in the next episode. I want to build guards right now, so I'm just going to build a very, very simple... I'm going to put these away. A very simple guard tower. Nothing spectacular, because I'm going to knock them down. And I'm going to have a better guard tower built. So if I build it something like this, I want to have it at least 2 high, because I don't want it to be attacked by zombies. I'm thinking 3 high, like this, and I want to have the guard in the middle. So if I go for the command tool, and I want a guard, I want a nighttime guard for now, and I'm thinking there. Okay, and they're going to need a way to get up to that little tower. So I'm going to build a staircase like that. So I only want a tiny little guard tower, just a little post to put my guards on for now while I get myself sorted. And as soon as I have myself sorted, I'm going to put this one here, I think. As soon as I have myself sorted with my guards and my wheat farmers and so on, I'm going to focus on getting this place looking much more like a kingdom rather than just a house with everybody living in it. So I think here, there. Okay, so we have 2 guards, and let's just jump down and let's put this there. Now the zombies will come up here and attack the guards, which is a bit of a problem. So you have to keep an eye on them. So that's... I need to build another bed. Okay, so let's get a guard going for now. It's this one. There we go. You're going to be our guard. Oh, they're missing a sling. Of course they are. And that's going to be a problem because we only have 1 more sling. So if I put that in there, I need leaves. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm going to build another sling because I'm going to need a sling. So he's going to go off to bed now. There he goes. Because he's as productive as the rest of our people in this kingdom. He's going to go to bed because he's going to work at night. So, okay, so we have 2 guards. We have our small mine down there, and I'm worried that somebody's going to fall down there. The AI won't allow them to do that, but for realism's sake, I'm going to build a wall, maybe an actual building over the top of that, so we can have our mine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this here. Now we have our guards, we have our mine, and we have our food coming in. And in the next episode, we're going to build the science lab, our wheat farm, and have some buildings for our new farmer and our guards to sleep in, our miners to sleep in, and so on. And I'm going to build a small defensive wall around our little town here. It's it's more like a village, I suppose. But I will still need to leave a path for the zombies to get in, otherwise we will enter siege mode. And I've never done siege mode. That is something that, if you are interested in, we will try and see what it's like. So yes, we will leave this here for now, and I will come back. If you would prefer to see me build the houses and the wall and so on, there's another cat complaining. If you would like to see that happen, I will do that on camera. If not, then I will do so off camera, and we'll just get on with the rest. So thank you very much for watching, and as night falls and I need to protect my people, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.